Lascia il protetto solare.
Perché loro mandano...
Sì.
No, ti lascio del no.
No, no, vogliamo.
Ti lascio del no. Il canale è anche...
Kom, non suka Zingman. Non suka pagar aquela yarda. Ok?
Tem uma jovem.
Uma jovem?
Uma jovem.
Ah, jovem.
Aí eu dou uma... Não, mas jovem.
Test, test, test.
Signore e signori, buongiorno e benvenuto sul centrale del Foro Italico. Tra qualche minuto potrete assistere all'incontro tra Rafael Mendez, Mario del Castillo e Lucas Campagnolo, Javier Leal.
The Foro Italico, one of the great sporting venues and a fitting host for Premier Padel's second major of the year. The great and the good of the world of Padel have come together with the action not too far off here in the Eternal City. Welcome to Rome. What a beautiful setting for the second major of the year. Here for you is your order of play for centre court. Now, these are first round matches in the men's main draw. So we have 4 matches for you. We're starting up very shortly with the 13th seeds on the left there in action. And then later today, 2 wild card pairings. So confirmation of what we have for you. Lucas Campagnolo and Javier Leal, the 13th seeds, take on Rafa Mendez and Mario del Castillo in the first match on day 1 on centre court of the second major of the year. Sunglasses needed today, as is water and sun cream, I would recommend. It is a hot one and it's going to get hotter as the week goes on. The skies are clear. It is blue skies, bright sunshine. And as we welcome Rafa Mendez leading the way out with Mario del Castillo behind him. Now they were the 40th ranked pair. It's a 48 direct entrant draw, so squeezing in by 8 places. In terms of their singles ranking, Mendez in front is a singles ranking of 89. Del Castillo just a little bit higher at 68, both representing Spain and just taking in the phenomenal venue that is the centre court here at the Foro Italico. And you'll see at the corner there that fan that's shooting out airdrops to keep everyone a little bit hydrated and a little bit of relief. She is telling her friends about the panel. We have the 13th seeds. Leading the way, Lucas Campagnolo, 29 years of age from Brazil. And he has a ranking of 24 in the singles ranking. Behind him, we're going to see him very shortly, is Javier Leal. Just 20 years of age, turns 21 next month, Leal. And he's 32 in the rankings. Despite his tender years, Leal, he's had a number of partners. I think he's going to enjoy that fan. I would enjoy that. I would take the seat closest to the fan. So we're going to get to know these players a little bit better very shortly, as the spectators are enjoying themselves. It's a chance to see the very best in the world at what they do on one of the very biggest stages. Premier Padel has 25 events in the year, 4 of which are majors. This is the second of those majors. 2,000 points up for grabs and a very large prize pot. It's the tournament and it's the event that all the players want to be a part of. If they are fit and they are good enough, they are here. Qualifying still taking place in the women's competition today. We've got 6 courts with action on today at the Foro Italico. 3 with the main draw in the men's event. Women's qualifying wraps up today, and then the women's main draw starts alongside the men's tomorrow. Stefano Lombardi, the man in the middle, is going to run them through the housekeeping, the bits and pieces that they need to know. So Javier Leal didn't want to choose on the coin toss, and then he won the coin toss anyway. You saw the 3 balls that are in play. And now the countdown clock. 5 minutes for the warm-up will begin. And this is our opportunity just to get to know the players that you're going to be watching that little bit better. Hot conditions already inside the cage, and it's just gone 10 o'clock in the morning local time here in Rome. But an opportunity to get out here, to get the match done and to book your place in round 2. The top 8 seeds don't enter the competition until Wednesday. They have a bye through to round 2. The men's draw slightly larger than the women's draw. Javier Leal plays left-sided, as you can see there. And Lucas Campagnolo on the right. He's actually moved from left to right depending on who his partner has been. He played on the right side with Javi Garrido and Maxi Sanchez. Lucas Campagnolo in your picture. He moved to the left with John Sands, and now he's back to the right with Javier Leal. 29 years of age. His birthday was actually this week, so belated happy birthday to him. 24 in the rankings. It's around his career high. They played together in Santiago in Chile recently, the P1 event, and they reached the round of 16, losing to Franco Stupicuk and Martin Dineno. Javier Leal turns 21 next month. Lives in Madrid, has a nickname of Dynamite because he's very explosive and quite hard to control, which I think can be a good and a bad thing. Started playing the sport of paddle at the age of 7. He beat his father at the age of 9, and he moved to Madrid to, in his words, make my dreams come true. All his family came with him, and he trains at the acclaimed M3 Academy. He does say the hardest element of the game for him has been the psychological element, the controlling his emotions while out on court, and that in turn has led to some difficulty in locking down a partner. It very much comes down to combinations and how well they work together. That can very much come down to personalities. Now how about this? 6'6" tall Rafael Mendez. He is now 32 years of age. Sitting at 89 in the singles ranking. In terms of the other majors this year, the first major of the year, Doha, was playing with Valdez in Doha, lost in the first round. So has been mixing it up in terms of his partners through the course of 2024. Mario del Castillo, 5'7". I would say the shorter of the two, but it's hard to get taller than the 6'6" Rafael Mendez. But he's 5'7", younger at 26.
3 minutes.
Singles ranking of 68. Born and lives in Seville. Actually, a former ITF player, so a former tennis player, played on the ITF circuit, but then, without playing on the tour, made the switch to paddle. coaches in place, and that is the most sensible seat to sit in today. In terms of coaching, they're allowed to speak to them after every change, after every official change at the end of sets. Sometimes in the early rounds of competitions, you might not see a coach, depending on the rankings of the players. Largely, the top-ranked players will always have a coach by their side. I'm sure you're very used to the rules of Padel by now, but it's the best of 3 tie-break sets. If you do come from the world of tennis, it's exactly the same scoring. The big difference you'll notice is they don't need to warm up the shoulder for the serve because the serve is underarm, but they will need to warm up the shoulder for a very important part of the game, which is the overhead. Best of 3 tie-break sets. The balls, while looking like tennis balls, have slightly less pressure in them, so they are a specific paddle ball. And as I say, I think they're quite fortunate to be first up today, with temperatures only going in one direction today. And it is a big challenge for Mendez and del Castillo. As I mentioned, 40th in, 48 direct entrants, and they're up against in Campagnolo there and Leal, the 13th seeds. And as the 13th seeds, it is Leal and Campagnolo who have a coach by their sides, alongside them, but coachless for Mendez and del Castillo.
Campagnolo o Leal hanno vinto il sorteggio e hanno scelto di ricevere. They won the toss and chose to receive. Time.
The VAR team, Stefano Lombardi, they have the right to challenge. They have challenge allowance per set, per pair. If they cannot agree, they normally can, down on court, and they go to the VAR team. They've got all the screens, all the replays, and their decision will be final. So here we are, this beautiful setting of the Foro Italico in Rome, the first of 4 matches for you on centre court at the Qatar Airways Premier Padel BNL Italy Major. And this is what we have for you starting off. The 13th seeds on the left, Lucas Campagnolo and Javier Leal, against the 40th ranked pair, Rafael Mendez and Mario del Castillo. As you may have heard there from Stefano Lombardi in the chair, Leal and Campagnolo won the toss, elected to receive. So it'll be Rafael Mendez to get us underway.
For service. Zero 15. Low 15.
That's what they're going to try and do, especially in the case of Mendez, is just drop the ball low over the net, low to his feet, because there's a lot of him to get down and under those balls.
Quindici pari. 15 all.
Yo vi cómo cabrió. Pensé que había tocado ahí, Rafa. Yo vi cabrió, lo que pasa es que vi que la pelota como que vino para mí.
15 all.
Yeah, the aim is to keep your opponents in as much of a
30,
defensive position as you
30,
can, which
15.
they did there with Leal and Campagnolo, not able to make the move forward.
Flat. First service. Trenta pari, 30 all.
When you're going for the overhead, it's not always about power, but
40,
if you are going to
30.
use power, you want enough spin on the ball so it flips off the back glass and then comes back your own side, evading your opponents, which is exactly what Mendez was able to do there.
Parità. Deuce. Vantaggio. Campagnolo. Leal.
And an immediate break point opportunity just a couple of minutes into this first round match. That's great play
Campagnolo.
from Campagnolo and Leal, teaming up so well,
Primo
keeping
gioco.
that attacking position at the net, and ultimately getting the break. A little bit of frustration there from Mendez as he slices away those balls because they have been broken, and Campagnolo and Leal lead by game to love. Yeah, set up nicely. It was an absolute gift
15-0. 15.
for the Brazilian. Just brushing up the back of that
30.
ball, despite the fact he was leaning backwards,
30
able
love.
to get enough spin on it to curl it back and off the back and side wall.
Quaranta 0. 40 love. Gioco.
Well, they say it's not a break
Campagnolo,
until it's
Leal.
consolidated, and that was
Conducono 2
consolidated
giochi a 0.
to
Più
love
questo
by the 13 seeds, and it is a 2-love lead for Campagnolo and Leal. was able to read it, but you're
15
never
zero.
quite sure what it's going to
50
happen
love.
to the ball once it leaves the cage. But you can hit it from outside the cage as long as it doesn't bounce again. Then all you've got to do is get it back on your opponent's side of the net.
Quindici pari. 15 all.
Frustrating for Del Castillo because he'd done all the
15.
hard work, pinning Campagnolo and Leal to the back
30.
of the court. And then as he looked to drop it short, oh, lovely point. Lovely swivel and turn from Del Castillo, because it looked for all the world that Campagnolo and Leal were going to
30 all.
secure that point and have more opportunities to break.
Let for service. Quaranta 30. 40 30.
It's got drawn in.
Dios.
Exactly what Campagnolo wanted him to do.
Vantaggio Mendez del Castillo.
The gap was able to exploit the space.
Parità. Dios. Vantaggio Mendez del Castillo.
So important, you feel, despite the fact it's only the third game, that Mendez and Del Castillo are able to hold serve and just get themselves on the board and into this first round match.
Parità. Dios. Vantaggio Mendez del Castillo.
Oh, just leaning backwards.
Parità. Dios.
Positioning all wrong for Mendez. This is the 11th event of the Premier Padel calendar for 2024.
Fault.
Things just wrapped up at the P2 in Bordeaux yesterday.
Vantaggio Mendez del Castillo.
Having a little bit of trouble with the grip and the sweat on the grip at the moment, Campagnolo. Due to how the court is laid out, they cannot have the towels inside or anywhere near. But they do have the time that normally is not taken between the points. A little bit frustrated last couple of shots for Campagnolo.
Leal conducono 2-1. 2 games to 1.
The confirmation there it's 2-1 and good for Mendez and Del Castillo to be on the board in this first set. It is Campagnolo and Leal with the break 2-1.
Two, please.
Non è solo un gioco, per noi è impegno, passione, rispetto. Per questo siamo al fianco del mondo del tennis e del padel. BNL BNP Paribas, la banca per un mondo che cambia.
Time.
Permítanme parte y acuérdense, mantienen posición con el pero están predispuestos para avanzar. Porque el 80% está jugando por abajo. Máquina rápido. Vamos. Bien, papá, bien los dos. Vamos a acabar con el saque.
Zero 15. Law 15. Wait please. Non potete stare lì.
Oh, we've got a lot of people moving around and getting in position. Lovely to see them coming in. They don't want to miss any of the action. I think we've got everything sorted. Great depth from Campagnolo off the serve.
15 pari. 15 all. Fault. Trenta 15. 30-15. Yeah,
the problem was he
40,
followed
15.
through and touched the net. And You can lean across it, but as soon as you touch it, you avoid the point. Great depth in that game.
Leal.
Off the serve,
Good job,
pinning their
3 against
opponents
2,
back and dropping just the 1 point on the Campagnolo serve to keep the advantage and the break and move to a 3-1 lead.
Zero 15. La 15. For service.
Atrás, Rafa.
Los dos.
Tranquilo, vamos, pasar atrás. Estamos en Mario, está Mario. ¿Qué queda? Los dos campas. Nada. Aquí es el tío, está Rafa. Bien, tú.
Again, down to the feet of Mendez is a really good tactic. 6'6" of him.
Love.
Very tough to get down that low. Now an opportunity, having broken the serve of Mendez in the opening game of this first round match.
Atrás, Rafa.
15, 30. 15, 30.
Javi, sí.
That's all that's needed.
15,
And that
40.
is when power is not always your friend.
15, 40.
Didn't get enough on that to evade Javier Leal, and now they have opportunities for a double break and a 4-1 lead.
Gioco.
That's it.
Campagnolo,
It's a
Leal.
double break. It's a double break
Conducono
off
4 giochi
the
ad 1,
Mendez
4 against
serve,
1.
increasing the lead, the 13th seeds, to 4-1 in this opening set of this first round match.
Si hace salida de pared,
Yo estoy tapando un poco más el medio, para que él tape más.
exactamente. Primero que Mario está jugando por abajo, la salida de pared, pero está jugando más por tu zona. Entonces Javier, yo hablo un poquito al medio y trata de guiar. Pero no viene tan rápido.
La tiro debe tirar un poco más de intención. La que tenía se me dio demasiado corta. O sea, lo vi que estaba adelantado y ese jugar un poco para el hueco y le quedé más corta.
Si querés meterle fuerza, capaz que da mucho rebote, hace mucho calor, ¿eh? No pasa nada.
Now, in many parts of Europe and over in the UK, they've been using umbrellas for unseasonal rain of late, so nice to see them being used to shelter people from the sunshine. This is the Qatar Airways Premier Padel Tour, the second major of the season.
Quindici 0. 50 love. touch.
Yep, and Javier himself confirming
15 pari.
that he did follow
15.
through and touch the net. There you go. Clear as day. Drop a little bit too much,
15,
Leal.
30.
And now this is the first spot of bother they've had on their serve. Little opening at 15:30. Great change up by Del Castillo. Didn't see it coming, Leal, until it was too late.
15, 40.
Now opportunities to get one of the breaks back. Lovely couple of little chiquitas
Mendez,
there from Del Castillo. And they do have one of the breaks back.
2-2.
Shake of the head from Campagnolo, wondering how things could have switched so quickly as they were easing their way through this first set.
Net for service.
Structure of the Italy
Fold.
major. Main draw, 48 pairings.
Zero 15. Low 15.
Or 64, should I say, just eliminated chunk of the draw. It says 64 teams. Many of the 48 direct entrants,
15 pari. 15 on.
of which Mendez and Del Castillo come in at 40. You then have 8 qualifying pairs. And then a handful of wild cards.
Quindici, 30. 15, 30. Trenta pari. 30 all.
Saw an opportunity, Javier Leal.
30, 40.
And that is
30,
a
40.
big part of his responsibility, being the left-sided player. Finish off the point, which he did there. Opportunity to regain the double break. How close was he to touching the net? But he didn't. And they've regained the double break, and very shortly they will be serving for the first set at 5-2.
seleccioné, yo creo que ahí le pegué bien, ¿no? Sí.
Time.
Cantale bien, Javi, si se viene o no se viene, que Mario está hablando de todo.
Serving for the first set in this first round match of the Qatar Airways Premier Padel Tour Italy Major.
0-15. Love 15. Hold.
Atrás.
15 pari. 15 all. Trenta 15. 30-15.
Great choice of shot through the middle,
40,
split the pairs.
15.
And it's set
40,
points for the
15.
13th seeds. I think they'll be very happy with that first set.
Campagnolo, Leal.
Lucas Campagnolo and
6
Javier.
giocatore, 6 games.
Confirmation, 6-2 for the 13th seeds in the first set of the first match on centre court on day one in the Italy major part of the Qatar Airways Premier Padel Tour. Welcome back to the Eternal City, Rome, our host this week for the Premier Padel event, the second major of the year. Confirmation, The 13th seeds will be very happy with that first set. They had the double break, they conceded one of the breaks, they immediately got it back and they closed out the set. They were stronger in every department, as you can see there by the stats, for that 28-minute first set.
Partita.
Now, Rafa Mendez wasn't able to hold serve in the first set. Trying to play the patient game there, using the bandeja, the slice serve, not going for power. And that's why that cry of frustration from Mario del Castillo as he netted towards the end of the point. Beautifully played, Chiquita. It's just when you dip it up over the net and then it dips down at the feet of your opponent, which is either going to end up with it landing in the net like it did there or just popping up at a nice height to be put away. Oh, frustration again from the pair of Mendez and del Castillo on the back foot for the majority of that point. It's a lovely down-the-line ball from del Castillo, some great depth from Campagnolo, and break points.
15-40. 15-40.
So all you need to do,
Campagnolo, Leal.
he could see where it was headed.
Palle 9 per favore, new balls. Primo gioco,
That's a break to 15 and still yet to hold serve in this first round match, Rafa Mendez. Yeah, he knew where it was headed, Leal. Knew it was going to hit the back wall. It must touch the court before it goes into the back wall.
Pari. 15-all. Trenta 15. 30-15.
You could tell he didn't get the connection he would have wanted on that Javier
30
Leal.
pari.
So it ended up sitting
30 over.
up very nicely for Rafa Mendez.
Muy.
40-30. 40-30.
Can they consolidate this early break to give them a set and a break lead? Cry of lost dos to go through the middle and try and split the pair, draw the error.
Gioco.
Well left.
Campagnolo, Leal.
By Lucas Campagnolo.
Conducono 2 giochi a 0.
And that
Two
does
games to love.
consolidate their early break. Very, very important hold now for Del Castillo. He'll attempt to hold. His serve was broken in the 7th game of the first set, having earlier held in the set.
Dale. Sobrado.
0-15. Low 15.
There is a danger of this first round match racing away from Del Castillo and Mendez if they're not careful. It's the placement from Javier Leal.
0-30.
Just cushioning
Love
that
30.
ball off the backhand side down the line.
Quindici, 30. 15, 30. Pari. 30 on.
Atrás, mírala, los dos. ¡Vamos, Marito!
40, 30. 40, 30.
Initially a really good recovery from Javier Leal,
Mendez
who's
del
completely out of
Castillo.
position, but well watched and finished off by Rafa Mendez.
Campagnolo
And they
conducono
do
2
keep
giochi a
it
1,
to
2
just the
games to
one
1.
break of serve. But it's a 13 seed to lead by a set and a break, 2-1.
Passione, rispetto. Per questo siamo a fianco del mondo del tennis e del padel. BNL BNL Paribas, la banca per un mondo che cambia.
Sin querer pegar a la primera, tiene una bandeja para que bloquee, ¿sabes? Sin precipitarme yo por arriba.
Per poi diventare ami.
pata. Vamos, mueve la pierna.
Lucas Campagnolo from Brazil, born in Porto Alegre, lives, or has lived in Madrid for the last 6 or 7 years. Campagnolo. There's only their first major together as a pair. Campagnolo is playing with Augustin Gutierrez in Doha, where they would lose in the first round. And Javier was playing with Diestro, and they also lost in the first round.
30-0.
He's been clean and clinical, the Brazilian, with his overheads today. Poor old Del Castillo. You really felt for him. Did so much defending in that point.
0.
But they had him on a little bit of a string.
40 love. Gioco. Campagnolo, Leal.
Just like that, a love hold, a 3-1 lead, and a frustrated Spaniard in your picture there, the 26-year-old Mario del Castillo. Have to remember that Rafael Mendez has not held serve yet.
15. Love 15.
Been broken on 3 occasions. Oh, almost too close to the net, Lucas Campagnolo, because he had Del Castillo where he wanted him. Wasn't sure whether he was coming or going by this point, the Spaniard, after again some great defence. And that was to be the final blow.
Quindici, 30, 15, 30. Out. 15, 40.
Break points.
15, 40.
For a double break and a 4-1 lead in the second set.
First service.
Se queda. Está atrás, viene rápido, viene otra vez. Javi. Sobrado. Los dos. Ya viene. Vale. Venga la doble. Han pasado, se queda. Tranquilo.
Oh, a bit of a rush of blood there from Javier. You heard him call for it, looking to get the job done and finish off the
30,
point.
40. Gioco.
I think he's going to blame the sun for that one, so he'll do a follow-up as to what he should have done, but I'm afraid it's too little too late. And it's a double break of 4-1 lead, and Mendez, that man in your picture there, Rafa Mendez, still yet to hold serve in this first round match.
Passione, rispetto. Per questo siamo al fianco del mondo del tennis e del padel. BNL perde in parità la banca per un mondo che cambia. Dove sei?
El mío sí, no, el mío fue horrible. Ya lo digo yo.
Le mando una cagada que no lo veo tan mal porque si era 15-40, si le engancha bien, sabemos que la trae. La engancha está saliendo, están arriba en el marcador, Lo que veo mal es que ahí ayudaron y vos pensando mucho es que van a sacar 30-40 Rafa y le resta sin pensar. A Rafa, alto a la derecha. Un resto de mierda. No. ¿Está para meter? ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde? Ahora mismo.
Sí, Javi, con la calidad que tiene puede restar donde quiera.
Claro. Entonces, el problema no fue la pegada.
Un perro como yo.
La pegada, no pasa nada, nos equivocamos, volvemos a empezar. Pero que no nos afecte el siguiente punto, Que no dejemos de pensar. Fue perfecto.
It was the Javi Leal serve that was broken in the sixth game of the first set. That was when they just got the double break, so he'll be looking to change that on this occasion. Frustration for Rafa Mendez today. Javier Leal to serve, says he spends an hour every day with a sports psychologist, a very important part of his training. It's a legal play into the body of the player.
0-15.
And it's a good way to finish off
Block
the point.
15.
And again, some great hustling from Del Castillo.
Pari. 15 all. First service. Trenta 15. 30-15. Trenta pari. 30 all. 40-30. 40-30. Parità. Dios.
Momogun Gonzalo's Alex Ruiz, for the title of the P2 event.
Se quedan, Javi pegado. ¡No puede ser! ¡Vamos, Javi!
Vantaggio Campagnolo, Leal.
¡Vamos, Javier! ¡Vamos, Javier!
Structure probably about the 4 majors. There's a P1 events and then the P2s.
Gioco Campagnolo, Leal. Conducono 5 giochi ad 1. 5 games to 1.
¡Vamos, Javi!
So 5-1.
Se queda.
There's Castillo now. Serving to stay in this first round match.
15-0. 50 love.
Tranquilo, empieza. ¡Para Rafa! ¡Hey! ¡Go!
15 pari.
I'd love to get the job done here.
15 all.
Leal and Campagnolo and not serve for it.
Quindici 30. 15.
So
Check.
2 points from booking their place in the second round. Yeah, so splitting the pair going through the
15
middle.
40.
It's too good in the end. And after
15,
53 minutes of play, we have match points for the 13th seeds of Lucas Campagnolo and Javier Leal.
Gioco, partita in
And they
conto.
just needed the one.
Campagnolo, Leal.
A very professional performance
Due partite
from the
a
13th
0,
seeds.
6-2, 6-1.
A
Two
lot of
sets to love.
frustration
6-2,
from
6-1.
Mendez and Del Castillo. But I think Lucas Campagnolo and Javier Leal will be very happy with their day's work. Under an hour. The first match of the 4 we have here on centre court done and dusted. And they booked their place in round 2. Always good to get those first round matches out of the way, especially at majors. So they can know that even before lunchtime here in the Eternal City, the job is done. Very experienced campaigner, Lucas Campagnolo, 29 years of age now, played with a number of partners, Javi Garrido, John Sands, Maxi Sanchez. Confirmation, 6-2, 6-1 win, job done, place in round 2 secured. But don't forget, this is just the first of 4 matches that we have for you today here on centre court. 6 courts in action, 3 for the men's main draw, 3 with a qualifying competition in the women's event.
Antes te ibas a quedar las 15 atrás, ¿ok? Ahora 10 y 4 adelante. Ganaste 8 y dejaste 2 bombazos. Pasó un poco fila y una no pasó.
Me quedó acá y pegué para abajo.
And very shortly we're going to be hearing from the players. They're going to be speaking to Chiara Icardi. We'll just take a look at the match stats for you. So there we go, and I think they'll be delighted with all of those numbers. 6 breaks of serve. Mendez was not able to hold serve. The winners column, the unforced errors, they were able to keep those down. Strong in the overheads, and it led to a 6-2, 6-1 win in 53 minutes. So now let's get the thoughts of Javier Leal and his partner Lucas Campagnolo on this wonderful centre court at the Foro Italico. And they are going to be speaking on the centre court with Chiara Icardi.
Buongiorno a tutti e benvenuti a Roma. Good morning everyone and welcome in Rome. Welcome in the second major to this amazing season in Premier Padel. Close to me there are the winners of the match, so congratulations Lucas Campagnolo and congratulations Javier Leal. Well done chicos, muy bien, congratulazioni. Vamos a hablar en todas las lenguas. Bueno Lucas, I want to start asking you about the first feeling here in Rome. How did you feel in the court? What about the game? Because as we know, the first game in the tournament is never easy.
First of all, good morning Roma. It's a really pleasure play in this center court. First of all, well, it's amazing play here. It's a beautiful stadium. And the feeling in the court, well, I think is a little different than the other years. The ball is not so fast. I think we made a good job. We play with calm and with healthy, and really happy to win this first game in the tournament. And let's see on Wednesday what we can do.
For whom do you want to dedicate the first win?
For my wife, that's here. I don't know where she, but he was with the sun all the match. It's much love to be here in the summer. Well, it's for her. Everything's for her.
Congratulations, Lucas. Javi, por otro lado, ¿qué tal de este primer partido? ¿Cómo te has sentido en la pista? Hemos visto un buen nivel, como ha sido el primer partido, y no era fácil, sobre todo porque venís de otro torneo con condiciones claramente diferentes. Entonces, ¿qué opinas?
Bueno, sí, como dice Campa, es increíble jugar en esta pista central y bueno, hemos sacado un partido que era bastante duro, hemos jugado contra dos rivales que son muy buenos amigos míos y bueno, hemos sabido sacarlo como equipo y el miércoles más.
¿Cuál puede ser el objetivo de este torneo?
Nuestro objetivo es disfrutar, intentar pasar la mayor de rondas posible y sobre todo jugar bien y en pareja.
Vamos a hacer la entrevista en italiano, solo a decir arrivederci, ¿puede decirlo?
Arrivederci.
Muchas gracias, chicos. Thank you very much and stay with us. We are ready for the second match here.
Chiara, thank you very much. Beautiful side of the floor. Confirmation of the first result on centre court. 6-2, 6-1 in favour of the 13th seed Lucas Campagnolo and Javier Leal. Please do not go far. That's just the first of 4 matches that we have for you on the centre court here in Rome today. It gets underway. The second major of the year. The sun is still shining, the skies are still blue, and the paddle continues very shortly. It is day one of the second major of the year on the Premier Padel Tour. It is lovely to have your company with the action well and truly underway here in the Eternal City. It is a beautiful, beautiful setting. And this is the second of the 4 matches that we have for you today. In the background, the Foro Italico, this multi-purpose sporting venue. I'll focus very much here on the centre court. And they're the players waiting to be brought out for the second of the 4 matches that we have for you today. Leading the way, Guillermo Collado Losada. He's just 19 years of age. The more experienced, just out of your picture for now, Javier Martinez. There he is, Martinez on the right, 27 years of age, both from Spain. Big opportunity here for Collado Losada. His ranking is 143. They came through the qualifying competition. So already a couple of matches under their belt. It does not get any easier. That gentleman there, who's awaiting the arrival of the 11th seeds. They're trying to find their seats. Everyone's getting themselves set. And what we have for you now are the 11th seeded pairing. Alonso, 23 years of age, and his partner, 22-year-old there, Alejandro Arroyo. Both from Spain, both in the top 30 in the world in rankings, but this is going to be their last tournament together. So they'll want to end this current union on a high, a pair that have played together since the junior days. They were Spanish junior champions together in 2019, but their senior partnership will come to an end when their run here in Italy comes to an end this week. You can see Alonso just wants to get on with it. They are the 11th seeds. So Alonso just needing to sort a couple of things out. Maybe trying to find somewhere to keep his bags cool, because it is very, very hot out here. Yes, it is, because he's just had an umbrella put up over the bag. Right, the players are in the court. A little photo will be taken, and we will get on with the housekeeping and then tell you a little bit more about the players on show in match 2. Video reviews, they have the 2 per set per pair. So 2 video reviews if needed. There's quite a few questions asked there, but if you have a question, that is the time to ask it. He's delighted the questions have finished, been answered. So he's going to check on a couple of things. Confirmation of what we have for you in this beautiful setting. The court Pietrangeli in the background for you there, the Olympic Stadium behind that, that's just been home to the European Athletic Championships most recently. Before that, we had the ATP Masters 1000, the WTA 1000 event being held here. Now the best in the world of padel have gathered in the Eternal City. Top seeds, they have a bye in the first round, so they'll come into the competition on Wednesday. So it's all about trying to get the early wins. And we will run you through the players. Guillermo, Collado, Losada. He's just 19 years of age, stands at 5'9". His ranking is 143. Now, he's born in Madrid. He's fallen in qualifying 3 times this year in Premier Padel: Chile, Argentina and Acapulco. So that's a really good achievement, a proud achievement to have qualified, come through qualifying for a major. The experienced Javier Martinez, 27 years of age, a couple of inches shorter. He's 93, so in the top 100 in the padel rankings. Fell in qualifying in Riyadh this year for Premier Padel, played Doha, Acapulco, Seville, Argentina, Santiago. But they will be tested against the experience of the pair who play together for the final time. Doesn't mean they won't come back together in the future. But it was Edu Alonso in your picture who announced that it was coming to an end because Alejandro Arroyo would be playing with Maxi Sanchez following this. So Alonso, 23 years of age, from Spain, 25 in the world. He's aggressive, he's quick, he's smart, born in Valencia. He has not announced his new partner yet, but I am sure he will not be short of partners. As a pair, they reached quarterfinals in Doha, the first major, and most recently quarterfinals in Santiago. So 22-year-old Alejandro Arroyo, who has made the decision to team up with Sanyo Gutierrez, who's split with Maxi Sanchez. He's very aggressive, he's very explosive, he's been labelled by many as a star of the future.
3 minuti, 3
and Arroyo has already played with Yangas, Capra, Rubio. But it will be Sanyo Gutierrez following this week. So very important for Collado, Losada and Martinez to make a good, strong start in this first set, not to let the 11th seeds move away from them. The advantage you can find with qualifiers is that they've been playing not on this centre court, but they've been playing in these conditions. We had Lucas Campagnolo talking about how slow he felt it was. It was tough to get the ball moving through the air. Well, they've had a couple of rounds on the outer courts to come through the qualifying competition. Straight sets in qualifying round 1, and they beat the 6 seeds in the second round of qualifying. So they all set and ready to go. And sometimes you can catch a seeded pair a little bit cold if they don't get off to a strong start.
Benvenuti a BNL Italia Major Premier Padel. Incontro di primo turno alla sinistra della sedia Guillermo Collado y Javier Martinez. Alla destra della sedia Eduardo Alonso, Alejandro Arroyo. L'incontro si giocherà al meglio del 3 partite, tutte con tiebreak. Alonso e Arroyo hanno vinto il sorteggio e hanno scritto di ricevere.
So Alonso and Arroyo won the toss, elected to receive. Probably want to test out the nerves of their opponents. You get the pair that win the toss and really want to go on to the attack and serve, but it's also quite a common tactic to see how your opponents are feeling.
Time. End of warm-up. The match will start in 2 minutes.
A few final words. And then let the action begin. Second major of the 4 that we have on the Qatar Airways Premier Padel Tour. Doha completes and won by Arroyo Cuello and Agustin Tapia. Most recent winners on the tour of Nieto and Sands. A confirmation of where we are and who we are. This beautiful setting. Out of the match that we have for you, Guillermo, Collado, Losada and Javier Martinez, the qualifiers against the 11th seeds, Eduardo, Alonso and Alejandro Arroyo. Very much looking forward to this one.
Time. Tempo. Start of the match. A service to serve. Javier Martinez. Play.
You will see a lot in paddle. You split the pair, go through the middle, cause a little bit of doubt, a little bit of hesitation. Yeah, beautiful angle found by Arroyo.
15 pari, 15-0. Trenta 15, 30-15. Quaranta 15, 40-15.
Vale, Arroyo atrás. Viene ahora.
Quaranta 10, 40-30.
There's glances up to the sky, not a cloud in the sky, just bright sunshine that can cause its own problems. The Chiquita off the Chiquita, well played by Collado Losada, the 19-year-old, and well played by Martinez and Collado and Losada, because they have held serve in the opening game of this first round match. Looks like it's going to be Edu Alonso to serve, 23-year-old.
To serve,
from Valencia.
Eduardo Alonso. 15-0. 15 love.
Just enough on that from Alonso.
30 love.
See how they're brushing up the back of the ball to create that spin. So as it comes off the back wall, it will evade everyone in its path.
40-0. 40 love. Quaranta 15, 40-15. Gioco Alonso Arroyo.
Comfortable hole to 15 for the 11th seeds, gets them up and running.
A servicio to serve, Guillermo Collado. Zero 15. Love 15. Quindici pari. 15-0.
It's largely very good-natured. Played in a very good spirit.
Touch. Trenta 15. 30-15. Trenta pari. 30-all. Quaranta 30. 40-30.
Great play, good attacking play, turned defense into attack.
Parita, use. vantaggio Alonso Arroyo.
Yeah, you could see that didn't come off
Gioco
the
Alonso
racket,
Arroyo.
the paddle,
Alonso
as he would have wanted
Arroyo,
it.
per 2-1.
Also a little bit of sun as that ball was coming down. So Alonso and Arroyo with the early advantage. 2-1 lead in this first set.
Para mí esa jugada va. Luego, cuando estamos jugando para afuera, bien cerraditos en la red porque no puentea bien el globo. Y de ahí metemos presión.
Yo adelante no me voy a perder, no voy a perder. La bola sale tanto que yo creo que si me queda le doy. Hostia, levanta. Tanto. Para mí, sí, toda la bola, ¿no?
Y yo si no puedo tirar el globo, aguanto por abajo, ¿vale? Porque se cruza. Me da bien.
There's some early frustration for the qualifying pair. It's always going to be a tough ask against two players who are in the top 25 in the world in the rankings. Ball boys doing a sterling job of trying to keep players as cool as possible. The temperature is only going in one direction. We're due to have the hottest day of the tournament on Wednesday.
Tempo time. To serve Alejandro Arroyo.
They're very explosive pairing, Alonso and Arroyo.
Quindici pari. 15-0.
22 years of age, 6'1", Arroyo stands at. And really signalling with this new partnership with Sanyo Gutierrez that he's lining up alongside experience, one of the most experienced players on the tour. Able to draw the error.
15-40.
Patiently
15-40.
floating balls across. The error comes off the Arroyo racket. Break points. Oh, you could see what he was trying to do. The gap was there. Arroyo had made the move to the center.
30-40. 30-40.
No, sí, pero la he vuelto normal, o sea, no es por eso, es porque pues la tiene que contar él en teoría.
he's only going one way,
Parita,
Arroyo, and that was forward off the serve. Levels things up at juice, saves the 2 break points, looking to keep their early break advantage.
Contagio, Collado Martinez. Parita, juice.
A lovely little touch.
Contagio, Collado Martinez.
But sometimes when you don't need the power, you can shape up for power, you go for the touch. Set it up with the low ball through the middle into the corner. Popped up at a lovely height, and Alonso was able to put it away. So living dangerously at the moment, the 11th seeds, but frustration there clear to see from Javier Martinez. Not able at this stage to get the break back.
Contagio, Alonso Arroyo. Foul.
They are determined to get this break back.
Contagio, Collado Martinez.
Are they finally going to be able to make the breakthrough and get us back on serve in the early stages of this first set? Great depth on the serve from Arroyo, and that's what enabled them to take on the attacking position, keep the 19-year-old pinned to the back of the court and ultimately draw the error. So a 5th juice has led to an opportunity for the 11th seeds to try and get this consolidation and get this little bit of daylight between themselves and the qualifying pair.
Parita, juice.
How about we go to a 6th juice? Just left it a little bit too late, Martinez, in terms of getting himself out the cage.
Contagio, Alonso Arroyo. Parita, juice.
Juice at number 7. Almost like a rush of blood as he was charging forward into the
Vantaggio
mid-court.
Alonso Arroyo.
Wasn't able to get the dip on the ball. A chance for the consolidation. In the end, it was straightforward. In the end, but it took a while to get there. But they do have the consolidation. Alonso leaves the cage to use his towel to mop himself down from head to toe. And the 11 seeds have a little bit of daylight between themselves and the qualifying pair. As we go back to the start now, it'll be Javier Martinez to serve. 3-1 lead for the 11 seeds. Looking to play the Chiquita, just pushing the ball up and drop it down over the other side of the net. Didn't miss by much. Yeah, a little bit of help from the net cord. Changing the trajectory of the ball.
50-0. Trenta 15, 30-15. Trenta pari, 30-0.
Dangerous times now for Collado and Martinez. Oh, well played by Javier Martinez.
40-30, 40-30.
Enough on that Alonso could not do anything with it. So it is just the one breaker serve. 3-2 in favour of the 11 seeds. Edu Alonso and Alex Arroyo.
Si no lo hacemos por eso,
il caso di scottatura, piccoli danni, grazie sbucciature,
y yo me subo a alguna cosa.
elimina batteri,
Si no, al final esto es
una volta
ahí en la arena van a
la
fallar.
ferita può guarire più velocemente.
Les incomodamos si nos la ganan.
Perdona, l'agua fría? Prodotti per la disinfezione delle ferite, per rispondere alle diverse esigenze.
Y Miguel, ¿tienes el juego?
That was the spin on the ball.
15
Shot it off out the back of the cage. Alonso not waiting for the ball boy to get the ball, just heading out the cage and getting it back himself. 23 years of age, born in Valencia. Good pressure from Collado and Martinez.
15-0.
To eventually draw the error. Just attacking, getting it to the feet of Alonso and Arroyo. Really well played, waited for the opportunity, took it, set it up nicely.
15-30.
Player on the right side setting things up, the player on the left then finishing off the point as Collado did there. And just gives himself a little bit of an opening on the Alonso serve.
Pari. 30-0.
Bien,
40-30. 40-30. Parita, use. Vantaggio Alonso Arroyo. Kyoko game. Alonso Arroyo.
Martinez.
4-2.
5. Collado serve that was broken earlier in the set, so important now for the 19-year-old.
0-15. Love 15.
Sometimes it's just too tempting. Short high ball.
Pari. 15-0.
Oh, I think he's okay. He was asked if he was okay. I think it sounded worse than it was. Hopefully that is the case.
15-30. 15-30.
He was just able to stop himself in time, but a horrible clanking noise in the umpire's chair. a real slap of a ball from
30
Collado.
30 all.
Got the job done.
Quaranta 30. 40-30.
Dime cómo.
Parita, use.
Alex, no, Alex.
Oh, well played from the 11th seeds. Stayed very, very patient. Some lovely pickups from Alonso with the half volleys. And then eventually getting the error they were looking for. Now a point for 5-2 in the first set. Oh, they got very lucky there.
Parita, use.
Because Arroyo was looking to pounce. Done this a couple of times now. Collado. Just gets drawn in to that ball that sits up high, short. Looks to try and finish it off. Problem is it's a very flat hit with no spin on it. Point for 5-2. Oh, what a point. And the drop shot to finish it off and to get the double break and to leave them in a position where they will be serving for the first set at 5-2. Delightful little touch from Arroyo. Nothing they could do, and the 11th seeds have a 5-2 lead.
Y defender.
Alex, protocolo 1. Protocolo 1 quiere decir que ahora cuando puede beber agua, no parece beber. Bueno, lo digo porque antes de precipitar con el globo, el paralelo lo estás clavando.
Lo bueno para que vean que lo estoy haciendo. Sí. Estoy variando entre rápido.
Y el tema está en que yo creo que va un poco para allá viendo, ¿no? Por eso se te frenaron.
Sí, porque aquí os he clavado y así se me han quedado cortos.
Vale, ya está, con saberlo. Y la única que nos hace un poquito de daño es cuando damos rebote con el revés de Javi, que ahí te maneja un poco más, te clava y te juega, ¿vale? Pero has visto que más algo de pronto. Sí.
Está bien, porque con el revés yo cierro medio y tú cierras esquina y chao.
Has visto que te presiona Javi y luego te queda más cómoda para ganar otro, ¿sabes? Hazte la pista grande, vaya, dale lo que quieras, ¿vale? Si José se queda cómoda de cambio, vamos. Este primer puntito, ¿eh?
Tempo, time.
33 minutes played, and it's Alex Arroyo first back in the cage. Because he has the balls. And he'll be looking serve out this first set. Just waiting for Guillermo Collado in your picture to return to the cage. And we'll get underway with game 8 of the first set of the second match of the 4 that we have for you today on centre court. Day 1 of the Italy Major. Just the men's main draw in action today as the women conclude the qualifying competition.
Queen 0, 15 love. Quindici pari, 15-0. Trenta 15, 30-15. Trenta pari, 30-0. Quaranta 30, 40-30. Gioco il primo set, Alonso Arroyo, 6-2.
I think they'll be very happy, the 11th seeds.
6-2, first set.
Just ease their way into this first set in this first round match, able to close it off by 6-2. Everything working that they wanted to work. And tough against qualifiers sometimes. And a lot of work now for Collado and Martinez to do, but the quality just shining through. Remembering that Alonso is the world number 25. And Arroyo is the world number 23. As the temperature rises, as does the noise levels from the music, the atmosphere building, and work to do for the qualifying pair. As the 11 seeds close out the first set with 6-2.
Perdona, ¿más agua fría?
Lo que nota que cuando le está metiendo presión a Miguel, le está leyendo muy bien, se está con un globo más bonito. Esta ventaja de principio es que
Javier Martinez making his way back in. Guillermo Collado, the 19-year-old. What an experience this is for him, having fallen in 3 previous attempts to qualify. Your stats for the first set, and you can see by the numbers just why it went the way of the 11th seeds.
Second set, au service, Javier Martinez.
Well played. Just putting the pressure on Alonso, getting him off balance.
15-0, 15 love.
And Collado sticking with what he needed to do.
Trenta 0, 30 love. Trenta 15, 30-15. First serve.
It was a swing and a miss
15,
from Alonso.
40-15.
Just trying to get a slither of the racket and a little bit of the ball. So game points for Collado and Martinez. There they are. It's as Martinez did in the first set. He has held serve to give himself and his partner a foothold in this second set. And there'll just be a couple of second wait as they change the balls. Balls are changed after the first 9 games.
Tempo, time. To serve with new balls, Eduardo Alonso. Quindici 0, 15 love. Quindici pari, 15-0. Trenta 15, 30-15.
Almost a little bit too close.
30 pari.
On that occasion, letting it drop a
30
bit.
40-30. 40-30. Parita, juice.
Remember the fourth game of the first set, they were able to put a lot of pressure on Arroyo's serve. Now they're starting to put a little bit on Alonso's.
Vantaggio Alonso Arroyo. No, perdone. Vantaggio Alonso Collado Martinez. Perdone.
You saw the little round of applause there that Arroyo gave to Collado to bring up this breakpoint opportunity. Brilliant play. Really excellent play from the 19-year-old. He found the gap, he stood firm, and they get a breaker serve in the early stages of this second set and lead by 2-0.
Time, tempo.
This is the perfect start for the qualifying pair in this second set. And it will be Guillermo Collado, the 19-year-old.
To serve Guillermo Collado.
To serve, confirmed there by the chair. Remember the top 8 pairings have a bye through to round 2, so they will enter the competition on Wednesday. They're starting to find the gaps. That's what's making the difference.
15 love. Quindici pari. 15-0.
Oh, lovely half volley that set up that high ball for the put away in the end from Arroyo. But it was Alonso with the half volley, just cushioning it up the line that led to the put away from his partner.
Guille.
30 pari, 30-0.
Take a look at this.
40-30, 40-30.
Oh. the look of a relieved man there, Javier Martinez.
Vale, muy los dos, muy.
Atrás. Muy los dos, mucho.
Parita, use. First serve.
Ooh.
Vantaggio, Collado Martinez.
So close. You could see what he was trying to do, go back behind Collado, just find the space, wasn't able to do so. So it's a game point for Collado and Martinez. Looking to consolidate the break, move to 3-love in the second set.
Time.
Just that floated ball, no pace on it. One play down to the feet. There's not a lot that Martinez could do about that, despite slight confusion with himself and his partner. It's just how it was played by Alonso. Look at that, straight down, splitting the pair to the feet.
Arroyo.
Parita, use.
Just a lovely little touch from Collado, and that's all that was needed.
Vantaggio Collado Martinez.
Got to be quite quick, Alonso, to get out to the towel and back in again in time.
Parita, use.
The Collado He's 143 in the world rankings, still very, very young. Martinez sitting just inside the world's top 100.
Arroyo.
He does so well with the little deft touch and the little smile there.
Collado Martinez.
Shaping up for power and then just slicing the ball to the side and taking the pace off it.
Parita, juice. Vantaggio Collado Martinez.
And the perfect start for the qualifying pair, who through 3 games of this second set have won all 3. It's just the one breaker serve, but it puts them in a very healthy position at the start of this second set. 3-love they lead, the 11th seeds by a set to love.
Solo un gioco. I ruoli e i peli, passione, rispetto del mondo del tennis e del padel. BNL per la palanca per un mondo che cambia.
Cuando no sube Alex, ¿quién tapa la del medio? Porque ha habido un par que estabas tú por detrás y la juega Alex, perdón, la juega Edu y nos desordenamos. Cuando le tiramos el globo a Javi y no sube Alex, si sube, Alex te la caza bien y si no estás tú para cubrir. Pero en alguna que te quedas, estáis los dos entrando, ibas tú detrás de él para darle. Entonces,
para mí Edu tiene que subir porque con la joda nunca baja, se baja a los pies. Para mí tiene que subir con la que juega él. O sea, con la baja y ya sube.
Con la hija del niño, yo que yo subiendo la Javi. Vale, bien, listo. Vale. Venga, vamos. Vamos a ver, vamos a darle nuestra cosa. Vamos, hombre, que Edu. Vamos, un punto intenso,
To serve Alejandro Arroyo.
So as they look to get their first game on the board in the second set, the 22-year-old from Valencia to serve.
Quindici 0, 15 love. Trenta 0. 30 love. Quaranta 0. 40 love. Alonso Arroyo.
A love hold to get their first game of the second set on the board.
3-1, 3-1. No. 15-0. 15 love.
Straightforward put away in the end.
15 pari. 15 all. Tenda 15, 30-15.
Vale, vamos a entrar.
Quaranta 15, 40-15. Quaranta 30, 40-30.
Well kept in by Alonso. It was all due to the fact that Alonso was able to leave the cage and keep the ball in play. Oh, nearly, not quite.
Collado Martinez.
Had himself in a good position in the forecourt, Martinez, to get the job done. Now a game point. And that's 4-1
Collado Martinez.
for the qualifying pair.
4 games to 1.
Keeping their advantage, this crucial, important advantage in the second set for the qualifiers. They have the lead, the advantage in this second set. 4-1 they lead. First set, the 11th seeds. It's a wonderfully hot day, but you need sunglasses, hats. I hope they're covered in sun cream. I hope they have liquids, water to keep them hydrated. It's a great day here at the Foro Italico. The spectators allowed to come in and sample what's taking place. 6 courts in action, 3 with a qualifying competition for the women's event, which starts tomorrow, the main draw, and 3 courts dedicated to the first round of the men's main draw. Edu Alonso will be gathering up the balls. Remember, it's just the one breaker serve. The scoreline at 4 makes it look worse than it is. So just the one break He's apologising. He's checking he's okay. But it is illegal play.
15 love.
And it's going to win you the point. And he's going to have a bruise tomorrow. Such a powerful player, Arroyo.
30-0. 30 love.
Especially when he's up in that forecourt.
$40. 40 love.
And again, slaps the ball away.
Arroyo.
And that is a hold to love. That's back-to-back love holds from the pair, but they were broken in the second game. And the attention switches to the young man from Madrid.
$15-0. 15 love.
It wasn't seen by the chair, but the serve missed its mark.
15 pari. 15 up. Tenta 15. 30-15.
Placed Arroyo hanging quite literally over the net.
30 up.
But it took the second volley to get the job done. Important point here now for the qualifying pair. Yeah, well played by Arroyo. Again, it's great teamwork between Alonso and Arroyo. Alonso very much setting up. Going down the line again, popping up the high ball. And Arroyo putting it away for a break back point.
Parita, use.
No hesitation, I think that was key there. A lot of pressure from the qualifying pair
Collado Martinez.
to draw the error.
Fault. Parita, Jus.
Turned out to be a Chiquita with a twist from Arroyo, as it just clipped the net on the way over.
Vantaggio Collado Martinez.
Antes sí puedes, antes que se va.
Está. Antes.
Arroyo está atrás, Frankie, ¿eh? Viene, ahora viene, antes.
Entra, deja botar si quiere, no está. Está a mitad.
And an air shot
Dopo
in the end.
Collado Martinez.
And it's not a bad play with the sun as it is and where it is in the sky at the moment.
5-2, 5-2.
Put the moon ball up, lob it up as high as possible, and then you'll see here, it's a swing and a miss. They save a break point and they lead the qualifying pair by 5 games to 2.
Ahora iguales. Cuando quede, lo quito a Edu y tú si te quedas después quedar cruzado a Arroyo también. Ahora este juego no pasa nada. Para hacer un par de cosas.
Pasa que ahora ahora no tienen sol. Ahora puede pegar mejor. Vamos a confiar en nosotros,
Jumbo, time. Queen 0, 50 love.
They will at least want to ask the question of their opponents by holding the serve here, Alonso and Arroyo.
Trenta 15, 30-15. Trenta pari, 30 all.
Ok, va, perdón.
40-30. 40-30. Game, Hyoko.
And they will now ask the
Alonso,
question
Arroyo.
of Guillermo, Collado and Javier Martinez, who've come through 2 rounds of qualifying. They hold serve now. If the Martinez serve, they'll be taking the 11th seeds to a deciding set in the first round of the Italy Major. Lovely slice backhands from Alonso.
0-15. Love 15.
Just pushing that ball deep into the corner.
Pari. 15-0.
Oh, there's going to be apologies from both due to the large slice of luck
15-30
that you'll see here. Change the flight of the ball and ultimately the direction of the point. Now they're saying it clipped the side of the wall.
15-40. 15-40.
Which means we have break back points for the 11th seed. So Martinez just taking his time, heading out to his towel. Remember, they are serving for the set, but they are now 15-40 down. Well watched by Arroyo. And in the end, just patting it into the corner. They get the point, they get the break, and we are back on serve in the second set.
5-4. 5 games to 4.
Porque está muy cómodo, está claro que no hay que subir. Vale, ya está. Perfecto, perfecto. Bien, muy bien en la red los dos muy bien, ahí cerraditos. Ahí cuando estás activo, tío, te hace grande, es imposible que te pasen por ahí. Imposible. Vamos, vamos chicos. Vamos con buenos primero, vamos a hacer el resto, el resto y el otro lo rompemos igual que este, Vamos chavales, tenemos fuerza, Vamos, vamos.
Secondo istinto, tutto è puro. È la natura che mi guida. Campagnolo, la fonte della tua natura.
So we are back on serve. Now Edu Alonso and Alejandro Arroyo with the balls. And with the opportunity to level us up at 5 games all. Remember, this is the final tournament. They're playing together as a pair. Alonso announced it on social media, but it is Arroyo who will be linking up with Sanyo Gutierrez after this week in Rome.
Alonso.
Igual me equivoqué en ese lado. Igual os habéis equivocado bien. En ese lado. Saca Edu, creo. Si antes ha sacado Edu.
It should be Alonso to serve.
So what can we do? Serve Alex or have to serve Alex?
Sí, sí, bien.
I think everyone's happy with how things are.
Zero 15. Love 15.
So close. So close.
15 pari. 15 no.
He read it well. He was already on the way out.
Está. Está en contra.
15-30.
Remember,
15-30.
as well as serving to level us up at 5 games all, they're also serving to stay in the set at 4-5 on serve, but now 15-30 for their opponents. It's not the nicest surface to fall
30
over on.
pari. 30 all.
Gritty.
¿Dónde está?
Aquí. Es igual.
Oh, he chose his moment. He chose it well.
30-40.
And after an hour and 23 minutes of
30-40.
play, we have set point for the qualifying pair to take us the distance and to take us to a decider. Set point. Oh, wow.
Parita, use.
Alex Arroyo put everything into that and a little bit more to save the set point, which he did. Oh no, it flew off the racket of Javier Martinez.
Vantaggio Alonso.
Straight
Arroyo.
into the back wall. You know, from set point to game point for 5 all.
Parita, deuce.
Still very much in the balance, the second set, after an hour and 25 minutes of play on the Monday, the first day of the main draw in Rome.
Fault.
And Arroyo going long off the first serve. Gosh, such a powerful strike.
Vantaggio Alonso, Arroyo.
They made the mistake earlier in the point to leave the ball. It landed in. They had to pick up the point from where they left off. Five all. They have turned this set around, the 11th seeds. Remember, they were 4-1 down at one stage. They saved a set point in that game, and they've leveled us up at 5 games all, second set.
Tempo, time. Zero. 15 love. Trenta 0. 30 love.
If needed, there is a tie-break waiting in the wings. This match, and all the matches, the best of 3 tie-break sets.
Deja pasar, a verla.
40-0. 40 love.
Just to let you know that elsewhere there were wins for Sanchez and Valdez over Quiles and Gonzalez. Very comfortable love hold for Collado Martinez, and also wins today for Solano and Windal, and Ramirez and Mena, who are a qualifying pair. And very shortly, the 11th seeds will once again be serving to stay in the second set and to take us to a tie-break.
Yo creo que Javi nos limpia la jugada cuando le queda con revés.
Con revés, con pared.
Para mí es cuando,
Hay que volear,
cuando más nos cuesta, ¿eh? Es lo que yo veo de la
derecha. Sí, sí, ¿vale? Me ha sacado todos los globos ahí.
No, a ver, en el juego anterior sufrimos porque tocó 3-4. No puede tocar 3-4 atrás. Eso es. Ahí tiene que ser que tú le entres a firma a la esquina, que ahora le entres firma a la esquina, si no seguimos trabajando sobre el Guillermo. ¿Vale? Pero cuidado con esa, porque es que con el revés con pared le saca para abajo, le saca de nuevo, le saca a la derecha, ¿vale? Venga. Buenos primeros y vamos a intentar saltar ahí, ¿eh? Vamos, chicos, ¿eh?
Vamos, vale.
Un último esfuerzo, ¿eh? Vamos.
Tiempo, time.
Time is being called, a couple of extra seconds needed before they make their way back into the cage. And once again, the 11th seeds are serving to stay in the set, and the last service game had to save a set point. Edo Alonso to serve. Just a little bit too much for Martinez to do, but well played from Collado to keep the ball in play. 4 matches for your enjoyment on centre court today. All followed by, so it will be the next match following on straight after this.
Truly love.
Played a very patient point. Arroyo and Alonso getting great depth on the volleys, keeping the position high up the net, and then finishing off the point. So points to take us to the tiebreak. And to the tiebreak we go. As Arroyo, I think he's fine. Almost just a backward roll on the court. So a tiebreak to decide if a third set will be needed in this first round match. The qualifiers have really played so well, and still very much everything to play for on the second set.
1-0, Collado Losada. Collado Martinez. 1-0. Uno pari, 1-0. Touch. 2-1, Alonso Arroyo.
So on serve, very early stages. Have Italian interest to come in the next match. Marco Cassetta and his partner from Argentina wild-carded into the event. And then an Italian wild-carded pairing to round off the day on centre court.
2 pari, 2-0.
There's the first mini break.
3-2, Alonso Arroyo.
And there's the consolidation as they change ends after 6 points of that mini break. So the 11th seed's edging towards the second round. Job not done yet. As it's 1:10 local time.
Time.
So fortunately they've changed ends and they've still got one of their 2 points to serve at this stage. Yeah, they knew where it was headed. And they can edge closer to the finish line, remembering that Collado and Martinez had a set point in the 10th game of this set, and at one stage they were serving for it at 5-3. Set points. 4 of them.
6-2, Alonso Arroyo, 6-2.
That was very adventurous. That would be very spectacular if you've been able to pull it off.
Alonso Arroyo.
But with ball in hand, they can get the job done. Just waiting for Alonso to go and towel himself down. Hot conditions, going to get hotter as the week goes on. Match point number 2.
6-4.
It's the second match point
6-4,
gone.
Alonso, Arroyo.
Still one more opportunity on their serve to get the job done and to book their place in the second round. And there it is, the roar from Edu Alonso. Told you everything you needed to do. They came from 1-4 down in the second set.
6-2, 7-6.
Collado and Martinez had the opportunity to serve to take us the distance. And then Alonso and Arroyo would save set point in the 10th game. And they'd get it done at the third time of asking in the tiebreak for what would be a straight set 6-2, 7-6 win for the 11th seed. So 13th seeds through, first match today. The 11th seeds follow them into round 2. And still to come today in terms of seedings, we'll have the 14th seeds in action on Pietrangeli a little bit later. And we'll be hearing from Eduardo Alonso and Alex Arroyo very shortly. So do stay with us and don't forget, another 2 matches to come for your enjoyment here on Centre Court. It's the Italy Major, part of the Premier Padel Tour, the Qatar Airways Premier Padel Tour. 25 events. The 25th are the finals in Barcelona in December, where the best of the best qualify for that. 6-2, 7-6. Job done, they can get out of the heat, which I think is the best news for everyone on a day like today. Spectators in the shade. So good to get that first win under their belts, especially against qualifiers who can be tricky because they've had those extra matches in these conditions, albeit on the outside courts. But in their last tournament together, they are off to a winning start. A few numbers for you. You can see why they did come out on top, although not too much in it when it came to the winners, but a little bit more clinical overhead, and when their opportunities came to break, they would take them. And that is why Alonso and Arroyo are straight sets winners. And here they are now, speaking on Centre Court with Cara Icardi.
Buon pomeriggio a tutti, allora, ben ritrovati dal campo centrale del Foro Italico. Welcome back to Rome. I'm very happy to present you the winners of the match, Edu Alonso y Ale Arroyo. Well done, guys. Congratulations, congratulazioni. Vamos a hablar tampoco en italiano o empezamos con el español antes, pero lo vai a decir un poco de italiano. Edu, te quiero preguntar ¿qué ha pasado en el segundo set? Porque hemos visto 2 diferentes versiones de vosotros, un primer set bien jugado y después, ¿qué pasó?
Bueno, creo que al final con las condiciones era complicado mantener la concentración durante todo el partido y creo que tuvimos un pequeño bajón al inicio del segundo set, pero bueno, por suerte pudimos reencontrar nuestro juego y sacar el segundo adelante.
Y también es importante subrayar vuestra fuerza para seguir luchando y para intentar y después ganar el segundo set. ¿Qué podría pasar en el tercero?
Pues en el tercero, como siempre, puede pasar cualquier cosa, así que mejor haberlo cerrado en 2.
¿Estás feliz de estar aquí en Roma? ¿Te gusta? ¿Ti piace un po' la città di Roma?
Mi piace, mi piace.
Facciamo un grande applauso allora a Edu Alonso, anche perché insomma ci stanno provando a parlare in italiano. Ale, sabemos que uno de tus tratos distintivos es el globo pinchado, pero aquí, con esas condiciones, creo que puede ser de verdad una ventaja para vuestro juego. Entonces, ¿qué opinas?
Opino que si lo hago bien es bueno, pero que si me queda corto la cosa va mal, ¿eh? No, la verdad que primero que todo, muchas gracias a todos por venir, porque con este calor es impresionante estar aguantando. Y nada, muy contentos por esta victoria, sabemos que teníamos una gran pareja y así que nada, esperamos seguir dando mucha guerra el miércoles.
¿Y ahora qué vas a pasar a la próxima ronda? ¿Tienes un objetivo? ¿Tienes algo que quieres alcanzar?
Sí, primero ir al fisio ahora mismo, mañana entrenar un poquito más y el miércoles a seguir tirándonos de cabeza como en todos los partidos hacemos Edu y yo.
y vas a probar la cocina italiana, que es la más linda, lo podemos decir, de todo el mundo.
La verdad que sí, que se come muy muy bien, de los mejores sitios y de los mejores torneos.
Muchas gracias, grazie mille. Facciamo ancora un grandissimo applauso ai vincitori. Thank you very much, guys, and stay with us.
Absolutely. Chiara Icardi, thank you very much. The questions to Edu Alonso and Alex Arroyo, your winners today through to the second round. But stay with us. It's a beautiful site, it's a beautiful location, and the action is just getting started. Match 3 is on its way here from the Eternal City.